All right, Money B, thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate you, man.
Thanks for having me.
So how did the Netflix documentary really reopen your eyes to some of the history that you and your folks were making at the time?
The Netflix documentary, it kind of reintroduced me to a lot of information that I knew, but some of it I forgot. But I actually learned a lot, and being, or at least thinking of myself as like a hip hop historian, it was very informative. The Bay Area, the In the Trunk episode, obviously, I know a lot of that, but it was interesting to see the perspective of some of my peers, what they thought of it as they were going through the same thing that I was going through at that time. So that was pretty cool. Then, from the South episode to the women in hip hop, just the one with KRS-One when he had the battle of the dudes and all that, that was dope. I liked it.
How do you think the industry or music itself, that reach out is different now? Less on the fan scale, more like artist to artist, how it's different to watch KRS and everyone on the East Coast do their thing when you kind of didn't have an opportunity to see that back in the 90s. Does that make sense?
Well, in the 90s we did, because, we came on the scene in 89. 90 was the release of our album. So from 90 on, we were out of there. Okay. You know what I mean? So we was moving around.
So y'all were fortunate enough to be able to see.
Yeah, we were in the mix. So, New Music Seminar, we were at everyone, and all of the urban networks and all of the conventions that would happen around the country. Gavin Convention, these were music conventions that would happen in different places around the country, and usually because the hip-hop community wasn't as vast and as large at the time, everybody would kind of converge at these conventions. So we got to see, I would say I got to see a lot of things happen for the first time. I remember one Gavin convention, just happened to go to the club, and it was these two guys with braids. They were just opening up or whatever, and it wasn't even a stage. They were just in the middle of the club, just doing their thing, and they were like, "Do the hip hip, the hop, and don't stop." It was DOS Effects.
Wow.
So I got to see them when they first came out. One Gavin convention would happen in San Francisco. We were on a showcase where Kriss Kross did their first show.
Wow. Wow.
So, and it was us, Kriss Kross. Raw Fusion was me and DJ Fuse's group, spin-off from Digital. Us, Kriss Kross, Cypress Hill, and another.
So as a 19-year-old rapper, are you kind of aware of the history that you're witnessing and making, or are you kind of just kind of doing it because you want to, love to, have to?
Well, as a 19, 20-year-old, I'm absolutely aware of the history that I'm around, not really the history that I'm making. Because I've always been a fan of it and still am a fan of hip-hop. Yeah. So, I always kind of looked at myself as, I actually have an autobiography that I'm finishing up. Okay. And in the book, I kind of say, or consider myself like a Forrest Gump of hip-hop. I was in a lot of, I was present at a lot of historic moments in hip-hop, but I always looked at it, like a fan, wow, this is really happening. Oh, look, there's Coogee Rap, or there's, Run DMC. I can't believe I'm on the stage with such and such.
Yeah.
Not really thinking that I'm actually making this history as well.
What was it like to recreate that vibe, that energy when you and Young Hump did the All Eyes on Me movie?
It was really good, and it brought back a lot of memories, and just referencing the whole Digital Underground scene. When we were in the studio, and even the stage performance, they recreated Starlight Studios, and it looked just like the actual studio looked. So when we walked in, it just kind of felt like you stepped back in time. Yeah. And just and obviously I was a consultant on the film for that scene, or those scenes, I should say. Even the interaction between Tupac and myself in the movie was kind of reminiscent of how we actually interacted with each other. Always joking, talking about each other's mama, just clowning. Yeah. the whole time. So, you know, it's funny because I know like a lot of, you know, we kind of like to paint an artist a way. So when you think of, or a lot of people, when they think of Tupac, they think of this guy, you know, thug life, scowling and death row and this, that, and the other. But you know, when Pac was around us, it was always just jokes. He was a comedian. We were always laughing. We couldn't be around each other more than 5 minutes without cracking up.
Yeah.
Because that's just how we were. You know.
So what's next, man? What's next for Digital Underground? What do you see coming?
What's next is Money Being Young Hump. You see it. Money Being Young Hump, the latest offering from the Digital Underground family. Obviously, the family is large. Young Hump is the newest member. Direct descendant from the original Humpty Hump. And we have, you know, right now we have a couple of singles that are out. Come Here, which features Bay Area legend Too Short, produced by the Mechanics. Look them up if you don't know about Bay Area hip-hop. Slow Stroke It, which features Essential, who's also a family member of Digital Underground. And our latest single, which just dropped, is Drippin' Wet, which was mixed by DJ Battlecat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know,
yeah.
You know, we
Still putting in that work.
got to, man. You know,
Yes, sir.
Like I said, I've always have been and remain a fan of hip hop, so it's just as exciting now as it was back then. You know, but one of the advantages I feel like we have is that we actually have a fan base. You know, and it's really just about tapping back into it and letting them know that we're out here.
Oh, yeah.
We're still doing our thing. Because I think one of the misconceptions, or one of the mistakes that a lot of artists from my era make is when they, you know, when they try to do new music, or when they come back per se, they try to compete with
the new sound.
Or not the new sound, but with the new artists, and try to get into that same space when you don't have to. It's just like, I grew up loving hip hop, so our fans have grown as well. They still love hip hop.
Yeah.
So, you know, obviously, we've always experimented with new sounds, and I do what I like, basically. And I like everything. But I know that my fans have grown with me. So I just kind of do what I feel, and as long as it's good hip hop, I should say.
Yeah.
We'll be all right. And then our stage show is just nuts.
Still,
You know, still, like, we've always shut down stages, and that has remained true from beginning until infinity. So if you ever get a chance to see Money Being Young up on stage, and you do,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
come check you guys out, because we kill it.
And where can people get that hat, bro? I like it.
Oh, this is the Money Being Young Hump. You see our logo is the emoji logos. It's Money B and Young Hump.
Yeah,
Those glasses.
classic.
DUmerch.com, and that's the official merchandise website for Digital Underground.
Okay.
And DU like Digital Underground. DUmerch.com.
Okay.
If you want, you know, always check me out on Instagram. DUmerch, spell it out.
Okay.
DUmerchdot.com.
Cool.
DUmerch.com. Or just follow me at MoneyB69 for everything.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Money. We appreciate your time.
Love it.